secondary Broodlord, and looks like IdrA is pissed and he wants to move out, but he cannot because he does not want to get blocked up there. And the Stalkers blink forward one more time, and they take down the third Broodlords, fourth Broodlords, and the Stalkers are going to push up here. He's going to push up the ramp, and he's going to see 5 of these Spine Crawlers. That's not great positioning for HuK as he's moving out, and the Colossus are a little bit stuck. These 4 Colossus in the back not doing too much as they were just bouncing off each other like a couple of weird people dancing in the club, not quite knowing what they were doing. And it looks like he is going to fall back. Army size is at 190 to 155, and I believe HuK did have several disadvantages there. He did not have the high ground. He was getting shot at by the Spine Crawlers, and he just did not have great positioning with his Colossus because the Colossus were bouncing off each other at the bottom choke, and one observer does get sniped. The army composition for both players, we see a lot of Roaches, a lot of Hydralisks versus 8 Colossus, 14 Stalkers, and 3 Sentries. Not a great place for HuK to be in, as HuK is going to be at 3-0 upgrades, and he is getting the Templar Archives. He's opening an additional 6 gateways. This is exactly what he needs to do because the Zerg player can rebuild really quick, and there is a sense of tension in the air. Both these players, ooh, a Changeling did die over there. That looks like a really funny creature. And there are, let's see, about 3 Broodlords, it looks like, and some Corruptors, 4 Broodlords, and 3 Corruptors, and HuK is trying to maintain his advantage. Both players are very close to 200. HuK can pretty much warp in any units he wants, but he is a little bit poor at the moment, and these Corruptors, these Broodlords, excuse me, are going to come out here and try to take down this expansion and pressure his opponent a little bit, and some units are being warped in, and once again, the Stalkers blink forward, and does take down 1 Broodlord. That is a great round of snipes for HuK, and HuK is going to fall back once again, and he does have those sentries to force field the ramp whenever he wants. Army size is at 199 against 187. Both players not wanting to be the first to make a mistake, and we see a lot of Templars. Templars with their energy will be able to get off some storms. Let's see if he can make a difference here, as IdrA is going to be on 2-0. He is going to get his third upgrade, and we do see the Graviton booster is being researched for HuK at the moment, as HuK is going to push up here potentially, and he's going to back off. 1 storm goes off on 1 Hydralisk, and that Hydralisk almost dies. And HuK once again will be moving back into his cannons. Additional Stalkers being warped in a moment. Stalkers are 3-0, and the forces of IdrA are going to be at 3-0 momentarily. His Air Force is at 1-0 at the moment, but will be 2-0 very soon as the Stalkers warp in, and they blink forward, and they kill off another Broodlords. Great snipes by HuK. And HuK looks like he wants to push here. He is going to fall back. And both these players are still trying to make a slight difference in the game, and HuK does blink in, and a transfuse goes off in that Broodlord. Nice lesson learned there from IdrA. Looks like he's going to push. The Templars are going in, and the storms are going to go off. 1 storm, 2 storms, great storms, and the green units are turning yellow and turning orange and turning red, and that is a great set of storms by HuK, as some of these Colossus are still bouncing off each other. I think IdrA did win that decisively, and he is rebuilding a lot quicker. He's rebuilding 20 Roaches, whereas HuK is going to be rebuilding a little bit slower. The army size is at 157 to 155, pretty much even, and this Broodlord looks like he might be able to micro back and forth and try to take 1 or 2 shots at a time, but that Templar has made a huge difference for HuK, as HuK was in a huge deficit, and both these players are going to be sitting very comfortably on 5 bases, looks like, for IdrA momentarily, and HuK is thinking about opening his 4th base. Oh, his 4th base is already open at Slay in the middle, and the Stalkers blink in, and he does take out 1 more Broodlord, and this Stalker is slightly blinking in the wrong direction, and it looks like HuK is going to fall back here. Army size is at 160 to 180. HuK for the first time does have an advantage, and IdrA is going to be on 3-0 upgrades. HuK 3-1 upgrades, and the Broodlords are moving a little bit too close. 1 Broodlord gets taken out, 2nd Broodlord might be taken out, and I think these Stalkers are just thinking about killing off that Broodlord, as the Colossus are going to come in and help reinforce a little bit as well. Some more Zealots are being warped in for HuK, as IdrA is trying to win this game here, and IdrA is going to prevent that expansion from going up for quite a while, as he does have that Zergling there. And it looks like HuK is going to fall back, as a lot of probes are long distance mining at the moment, and both these players don't really want to be the first one to make that huge mistake that tips the balance of this game, as both these players are extremely explosive. It looks like HuK is going to go back and forth with his Colossus, and there are some Roaches coming to the expansion that HuK wants to open. It looks like HuK will be able to deal with these Roaches no problem, as some of the forces for the Broodlords are going to be picking out at the base, but the base has been evacuated by HuK, and those Broodlords will take down that base, as HuK is going to try to grab this base instead. The army size is at 190, 200 to 100 94, and both these players are at a very tense situation. There are 23 Stalkers, 8 Colossus, 11 Zealots versus a huge army of the Zerg, 31 Roaches, 12 Hydralisks, and we will see an engagement here. The Stalkers very smartly blinking back into the fire of the Colossus, and all these Colossus are getting into the fight, and IdrA is not taking down the Colossus for some reason. He really needs some Corruptors, and I don't think he has the army size. He does have the army size now. He should make some Corruptors. He's making more and more Brood Lords, but he can't really fight against those Colossus with Brood Lords, I think, because the Stalkers are so mobile with their blink, and there is going to be one observer here observing the actions of his opponent. And IdrA is giving HuK a piece of his mind about the game, and HuK is not responding. HuK is in a very strong position here. This Colossus has 39 kills, 26, 29, 17, a lot of kills, but I think all those were Broodlings. And I think IdrA is going to attack here, but I think he really needs some Corruptors. Stalkers blink in, picking out the Brood Lords. A Storm goes off, 2 Storms, 3 Storms, 4 Storms. Wow, those are ginormous. 5th Storm, and all the units are red, and Stalkers blinking forward, and IdrA is rolling on the floor, laughing out loud, and the Roaches are coming in here with the Spine Crawlers. Army size is falling rapidly for IdrA as all of his units are on fire. These Colossus, ooh, he does not GG. These Colossus, I was going to say, are setting everything on fire. Hope you guys enjoyed that game as IdrA did. If you like what you see, please do subscribe to me at youtube.com/GGYourface. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys at the next game.